Hello, welcome to day one of your 7-day journey. Today we're going to be talking about mindset and the importance of mindset in your up-leveling process, in being able to get you over those hurdles, being able to get you over the blocks that you're putting in your own way to stop you taking the next step, to taking the next level. So do you ever think to yourself, because you can't think to anybody else, do you ever think when you're looking at the other people around you, well, I see everybody else making 6 figures and multi-6 figures and 7 figures, and that can never be me. Do you think, well, I've been trying all the things, none of the things are working. Is it me? Am I not cut out for this? Do you think people like me don't make 6 figures, 7 figures? I don't deserve more than I've got. Is that the story you're telling yourself? Because if it is, then you are keeping yourself in your own box. Do you care too much what other people think? Are you too worried about whether people will think, oh, they're being flaky, they're changing around again, or, well, they've already got a nice business. Why do they want more? Isn't that greedy? Isn't that selfish? When you push yourself, and when you're pushing yourself to the next level, or you're trying to and getting stuck and therefore frustrated, all your mind monkeys will come out to play. The chattering voices in your head that tell you that you're not good enough, you're not as good as that person. What do you think you're doing about that? Well, you can't possibly ask for X or Y or Z because you don't deserve that. Well, what happens when people find out that actually you're not all you're cut out to be? Are you constantly comparing yourself to other people? Do you have that crick in your neck where you're looking up and not looking at how far you've already come to this point? Are you riddled with imposter syndrome and concerned that everybody's either talking about you behind your back or nobody's talking about you at all? And which one's worse? Making sure that you can hear the mind monkeys that are chattering is really important when you're up leveling. Some people will tell you to squash that voice, squash that noise, don't listen to it, don't. I disagree completely. I think we have to listen to those monkeys. Those monkeys come out to play and then come out to chatter and come out to screech in your ears when you get kicks of adrenaline. Because those monkeys don't know whether that adrenaline is fear or excitement. And when you're up leveling and you're thinking about the additional financial goals that you're looking at, or getting yourself more visible, or putting yourself on a bigger stage, whether that's literal or metaphorical, your body will create adrenaline because it's exciting. It's also a bit scary, but your brain doesn't know the difference between the two. It's the same chemical that courses through your body. And it's then a question of how you frame it as to whether you consider that to be fear or excitement. Your mind monkeys don't know either way. Your mind monkeys just think, she's about to run off a cliff. He's being chased by a saber-toothed tiger. Your mind monkeys are there to keep you safe. So for me, it's really, really key to hear those voices, to understand their concerns, to give those monkeys a cuddle and a banana and a blanket to wrap around them, maybe a toy to go and play with, and go and get them to go and sit back down somewhere else and calm down, because you've got this. You've got this. You know your stuff. You are an expert in your field. You're just taking it to the next level. It's just another step. And when you can calm those monkeys down, because you know, if anyone who's got children, if a child is frightened, the last thing you're going to do is shout at it. You are going to give it a cuddle and reassure it and tell it's going to be okay, and then go and do the thing and go back to that child and see, it wasn't that hard. That's all you're doing to your mind monkeys, and it's really important that you do. You have to make sure that you are listening to those voices, understanding their concerns, calming those voices down, and then going and doing it anyway. Your tasks for today are actually about making sure that all of this is worthwhile. So attached to here is also a guided visualization meditation. So it's about 10 minutes. You just need to sit somewhere quietly, not fall asleep, because your brain has to do some working, rather than a hypnosis where you could happily fall asleep and your subconscious would do it for you. This is for you to start visualizing what you want in your life, and not necessarily just following the person who you perceive to be in front of you. And then I've also given you some journal prompts so that we can make sure that the success that you are aiming for is the one you actually want, rather than something that you're following because everybody else is. And I know that may sound like I assume that you're being 8 years old, but we all do it. We all do it when we are getting a little bit lost and somebody else looks like they're doing it really well. And you think, well, I'll just do what they do. Even if it's not a conscious decision, you will still be thinking that way sometimes. And this is a way for you to stop doing that, to stop following the leader, following the person who you think is in front of you, who you perceive to be doing better than you are, and doing what they're doing. It's actually to stop and reflect and think, is this actually what I want? I did this myself recently, and took the time to be able to decide what it is that I wanted. So I've moved away from some of the things that I was planning to do because it wasn't what I wanted to do. And that's the reason why I go into business on my own, is that I want to be able to do the things that are going to get me the future that I want, not somebody else's future. So this is a really, really powerful thing to do, to start off. Make sure that what you are chasing is what you want. In the color you want it, the shape you want it, the texture you want it, the fabric you want it. This is your dream. It needs to look and feel like your dream. And the more you can feel it, and the more you can get inside that dream, the easier it is to make it a reality. So again, please give this a go. Please, you can do this as often as you like. You can do this 2 or 3 times a week. Don't do it 2 or 3 times a day because no one's got time for that. But do it 2 or 3 times and see whether that your version of success and what you want, whether that changes, or actually whether your first vision was the right one. And it's probably something that you're coming back to rather than having as a whole fresh new look. So please let me know how you get on. Please just reply to the email that you found this on, because I reply to all of my emails and I would love to know how you're getting on. Tell me if you're getting stuck on anything, or if you're having any breakthroughs, please let me know, because I would love to know. I will be back in your inbox tomorrow to talk to you about strategy and how to work out where you are getting stuck and why. But for now, happy visualizing and happy meditating.